Coach, start us off and then we'll take questions.
Tough loss. I thought our guys played well enough to win. A lot of bang-bang plays. Didn't go our way, but give Central Florida credit. They made the shots, the free throws, the plays they needed to win the game. Questions?
Coach, what was the intent of that last play that didn't get off?
He was trying to draw a pulling kick, trying to get to the paint, which I thought he did. He didn't shoot the ball.
You talked a lot about during the week on Monday in the conference call about you're wanting to see your team be mentally tougher on the road when adversity strikes. You guys got down by 7. Did you feel like they responded?
Oh, we played with great toughness. Loose balls. I thought we fought hard. I thought we were aggressive. I thought our kids played with a lot of great toughness.
You talking about the impact of UCF's Colin Smith. He had 13 points in the second half.
Yeah, he was really good.
What about this conference? Just talking about the strength of it.
It's a great league, great coaches. I think it's the best it's been since I've been in the league.
How many teams do you foresee? I know there's a lot of basketball to be played. Do you foresee getting to the tournament?
Well, I don't know. I think we're deserving. I don't know that. I don't listen to the experts, but I think we're deserving of multiple teams making the NCAA tournament in this conference.
Anything else for Coach? How do you think your team will respond from this kind of game?
Oh, we got to get after it. I like our resolve. I thought we came in and played well enough to win. Like I said, just a couple of bang plays didn't go our way.
What's your assessment of UCF as a team?
They're very talented. They're very talented. I thought they played very well. I mean, they're a really good basketball team.
Like it seemed like their height really caused you a lot of problems, especially in the second half with Colin.
We got soft there because of the foul trouble. I don't know if it was their height, but I think we got real soft because we had several guys with 4 fouls in the paint.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, just talk about your ability to fight back down by 15 in the first half and then you end up winning this one.
I think it was a really good win for us, with how we started out. We didn't come out strong, but we showed a lot of maturity by being able to fight back. Give Tulsa a lot of credit. They're a good team, and they'd be a lot of good teams already this season. So for us to come out and fight back like that, it was good. It was good to see us do that.
Colin, you took over for a stretch there in the second half. Can you talk about the difference for you between the first half and the second half?
Excuse me. I think the first half I was just forcing a lot of things, trying to make things happen that weren't there. And I feel like that in the second half, when Coach set me down, I kind of calmed down, got back to my real self, and just started taking my time down in the post. And I was able to help my team get the win.
You sat there for the long stretch at the end of the first half, into halftime. What did Coach talk to you about at halftime in the second half?
He didn't really talk to me. He just kind of let me settle into my own thing. He knows that I'm one of the youngest players on the team, so I just have to settle into my role and take my time when I get down in the post.
BJ, having scored over 9 points tonight, you've got your own personal milestone. You're now in the top 10 for UCF all-time scoring. What does it mean for that accomplishment for you, and then also getting it in a win, a comeback victory too? You actually had to go out there and get those points.
I mean, that's the most important thing, was getting the win. That's what I'm most happy about. But the milestone, that's cool. I didn't know that. But yeah, just really happy we got the win tonight, and hopefully we can get more moving forward.
BJ, what was the problem with the offense in the first half? Long droughts, and just how would you describe it?
Well, I mean, that's a unique defense they run. You don't see that too often, a 3-2 matchup zone. The only other team that I think that runs anything like that really is Cincinnati. They run something similar, but that's a unique defense to play against because not a lot of teams run it. So I think it took a while for us to, figure out where our looks were going to come from and how to feed the ball to the big guys inside, really. But once we did that, we were able to get what we want. But I think our biggest thing was just kind of adjusting to that unique defense they play.
Best start, I believe, in conference history, in this conference for UCF. Can you guys just talk about how good you think this team can be?
I mean, I think, we got all the pieces to make a long run. This is me, Taco, Chad last season, as we always say. So we got to make the most of it because this is our last shot to make a deep run, in conference and into the postseason tournament. So, we think we can go as far, as anybody in the country.
BJ, what happened defensively in the second half that you were able to really clamp down on Tulsa?
Yeah, I think we got our energy, going a little more that second half, and we really keyed in on some of their key guys and kind of tried to take them out of the game. So that was the biggest thing for us. We had to deal with foul trouble with Taco, there at the end of the game, fouling out. But it was good to see our defense step up, even with him out. It just goes to let us know, we can play, strong defense even when, we don't have the most imposing defensive force on the floor.
Colin, how big was that second half for you? Again, to respond from what you had in the first half, just confidence and your own mentality. How big was that for you?
Well, like I said earlier, just for me, it's just settling into my own, like, how I play. Like I said, I forced a lot in the first half, and the second half I just decided to take my time. It's I wouldn't say it's a confidence builder, but it's just something to build on.
You guys had a very balanced attack in terms of multiple guys making plays. Aubrey, BJ, Colin, everyone had a lot of 4 or 5 guys in double figures. How does it feel to have a team that's this deep that several guys like that can contribute?
Well, it makes it difficult for the other team to try to cut off somebody's water. When a team tries to cut off BJ's water and Aubrey's water, then you have to deal with me and Taco, and then it's the other way around, and you have to deal with Aubrey and BJ. So it's hard to defend that.
And you guys see what's happened to your football team over the last couple of years. How great is it to be in a sport where if you do your job, you're going to get a chance to?
Yeah, no, that's the great thing about college basketball. It's up for anybody really. Everybody goes to the conference tournament, and you go to the conference tournament. If you win your conference tournament, you go to, March Madness. So we control our own destiny, and that's the great thing about college basketball is that we know we control our own destiny, and we know it's on us to make happen what we want to happen.
Colin, address that.
I wish football team had the same chance that the basketball had, because they've been doing this for 2 years straight now, and it'll be nice to see them get the opportunity to actually play for a national championship. But basketball-wise, I feel like it's a blessing that we're able to have 64 teams in the tournament to go for one championship.
You guys head on the road to Tulane on Wednesday. What is one thing you guys are going to focus on for Tulane?
I think the biggest thing is not taking them lightly. It's a road game in conference, so we got to be ready to go. And, we can't focus on their record or anything like that. Yeah, we just got to be ready to play.
And Colin, I guess down the stretch, there's no one, when you need free throws, there's no one you'd rather have on the line than the guy sitting to your left. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, call him Big Shot Barry for a reason.
Anything else?
You guys just address that.
Question. I just want to piggyback on what he had mentioned earlier about the sentiment that's in the locker room about how the football team is doing, some other sports like the basketball team. And the other thing is the perimeter shooting. I saw that you took a shot late in the game. You kind of missed it, but it hit the rim, but it just kind of bounced out. Are you guys going to be incorporating that a little bit more, the perimeter shooting? Because I think you went to the second half, 1 for 7, I think it was. Is that something that you guys are concerned about, and also the sentiment in the locker room?
To answer your second part, we try to play a balanced game, inside, outside. When we have our outside looks, we take them. We got the big guys inside, we try to feed them. And in terms of the locker room, like I said, we know we control our own destiny, so we just focus on getting better every day.
When you guys look at this league with yourselves, Houston, Temple, Cincinnati, can you just address the strength of this league and how good you think it is?
I think it's one of the best in the country, and I still think it's underrated. You're going to hear about all the other conferences, but I think our conference is one of the strongest in the country. I just think it's underrated for whatever reason. Like you said, we have good teams from top to bottom. Nobody's light. We learned that the other night going up to Wichita, and they're going to beat other good teams in the conference. So, it's a strong conference from top to bottom, especially with Cincinnati, Temple, Houston, and us. So, you got to be ready to play every night in this league, because I've been in this league for 5 years now, and this is as strong as it's ever been, and it's one of the best basketball conferences in the country.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
We beat a good basketball team. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. Frank does a great job with his team. They play really hard. They play with, a lot of pride in their program, and you can see it, evident by just how physical they play, how fast they play, and just really was a really good win for us. I thought it was a real test of our guys' will, especially getting down by as many as 15 in the first half. I thought our guys responded. I thought the second half, we were a different team. started locking in defensively better, and offense came from that. And so, and Colin Smith had one of his best games in his career for us. So really proud of what he did in the second half, especially.
Talk about where Colin was in the first half, and he really struggled. You put him on the bench for an extended period of time, and how do you think that changed him and catapulted him in the second half?
Well, I just thought, in the first half, Chad was giving us really good energy. Chad was all over the place, finished with double-digit rebounds. Chad Brown did, and so really happy with his effort and energy. And so I said, hey, we need that out there. We need that, and so we made the switch. And I thought Colin really responded like a mature player. He didn't put his head down. He came in and made plays for us. I thought he really stepped up his game in the second half. I think he had all 13 points of his were in the second half. And so that says a lot about who he is and his character. And just really proud of how he bounced back.
The double technical seemed to shift the game in your favor.
Hard for me to say because the double technical means Taco is going out the game. And when Taco's out and picking up an extra foul, it's never going to be to our favor. We're better with Taco on the floor for us. And I think our guys really rallied around that. The fact that they knew we were kind of in trouble with Taco picking up his fourth, I thought it kind of rallied our guys, and guys stepped up their game even more, with him out. But we love Taco in the game. He has such a presence for us offensively and defensively.
How did the game plan change with Taco going out and Aubrey having 4 fouls?
Well, we had to definitely be a little smarter defensively because Aubrey couldn't pick up his fifth. Without it put us in the harm's way as well. And we had to go a little smaller, and we're capable of playing that way. We don't as much because we are a big team and we have length. It's been written about a lot, but we can play small also. We have some good perimeter guys that are capable of rebounding and playing well. Dayon had 7 rebounds, Aubrey had 5 rebounds. So we're capable of sizing down if we have to, and I think you saw that the second half.
Johnny, what does it say about your defense that you made the defensive stops with Taco on the bench in that key stretch of the second half?
Well, we think we can defend. Taco, of course, because we built our defense around him, is a focal point of what we do. But we're always going to be a team that's capable of defending. We hang our hat there. When Taco graduates, we're still going to hang our hat there, and that's because I just believe in our guys' ability to defend. We just won't have the size that we had when he's here, but we're still going to, have a certain level of intensity, a certain level of discipline on the defensive end, every possession, no matter what.
BJ talked about how their matchup zone really caused you guys problems in the first half. Is that what you saw too, as far as offensively?
Absolutely. I didn't think we got settled in because, shots aren't usually coming from where you're typically getting your shots from. And so, and that's a credit to them. That's why they play it. They're one of the most unusual defenses in our conference. When you have an unusual defense and you have short turnarounds to prepare for them, it can be difficult, and it was for us. And but in the second half, I thought we ran some good actions. We got some guys in some places where they were comfortable, and we did what we started the game plan trying to do, which was going inside. I think we just kept going inside, and we just kept going until it finally really worked out for us. And I think that emphasis of playing inside out paid off, especially late in the game.
Once you took the lead, you moved BJ to the points, slowed the game down, took possessions away from them, and then, like you said, moved it inside. Once you see the other team react to that, does it make it easier as a coach to stick with that?
Definitely. When I saw them reacting to, what we did, and we put BJ on the ball, which is, he's played on his ball his entire career. So I thought putting him back on it in this game and having him kind of get us organized, use that experience, 5th-year senior. And he delivered. He came down the stretch for us, hitting free throws, making plays. And that's the BJ that I've coached for 3 years. So I was excited to see him, be BJ.
Was there anyone else who went at the line going down, besides BJ?
Well, I don't mind BJ or Aubrey going to the line for us. I think they all are really good free throw shooters. Terrell stepped up and made big free throws for us. So that's not the issue for us. I think we have a number of guys that are capable of making them even in crunch time. But I just wanted BJ to have the ball in his hands and be the player that he's been for us for 3 years because he's been terrific. And he deserves to go out the right way, and he deserves to go out with the ball in his hands at times, and that's what happened.
As you mentioned before, Chad gave you guys a lot of energy in that first half, and then when Taco was in foul trouble in that second half, Chad came off the bench, gave y'all some really good defensive shots. How important is it to have a guy like Chad on this team? Hugely important.
Chad's one of the most valuable players on our team. I'm sure sometimes when you look at the numbers and you see he didn't score 15, 20 points, so you can overlook his contributions. But his first big contribution is the fact that he's an unbelievable captain and leader. Whether things are going well for him or not, he's talking, he's leading, he's always encouraging his teammates, and that's huge for any team. That makes us a together team. He's one of the main guys that pulls us together, which I love. And then the other things, he's going to always bring great energy every time he hits the floor. I mean, when have you not seen Chad go in a game and make something happen? He's going to bring energy, and he's going to play with enthusiasm. And so, to me, when you have that combination of playing hard, playing with energy, playing with enthusiasm, leading, I mean, you can't help but love that young man and what he brings to your team. So, he's one of our best players. And like I said, the numbers won't always show it, but I think our players understand how valuable he is, and so do I.
Coach, best start UCF's ever had in this league. I'm just curious, how much room for improvement do you see for your team moving forward, and how far do you think your team can go?
I see a lot of room for improvement in our team. We're still nowhere near as efficient as I'd like to see us, be today. We win this game, we shoot 37% from the field. I mean, we can be better than that, and we have been. So we have to get back to the drawing board. Getting in here after this, this night, we'll watch film on this and start dissecting how we can make these improvements. But that's what's up for us. We got to get better. If you're not getting better in this conference every game, you're getting worse, because you're going to be losing ground with the teams you're playing against, because they're all good and they're all well coached.
Speaking of a tough loss on the road the other night, rebounded today with...
Why are you going to bring that up?
Responded today with a home win, but you go right back out on the road. So I imagine you're anxious to see how they respond a second time to another game.
No, absolutely. I'm just kidding you. It's no, it was a tough game, tough environment, and like I said, you give that team credit. I thought they played lights out. I mean, the shots they were hitting, the plays they were making. You have to tip your hat to guys who are doing that. I don't think we did a lot of things wrong. I just think they did a lot of things right in that game, and their players made big plays. Now we have an opportunity to go back on the road and learn from that, what happened in that game, in which we will. We'll go on the road, take the lessons that we learned, and hopefully we'll get better, when we go back out there, because that's the key. You got to be very competitive on the road if you want to do anything special, and we have a lot of room to grow, as a team.
Coach, this is your third year in the league. Can you just address how good you think this league is? A lot of people say it's a 2 or 3 multi-bid league, and also it's going to get better as well.
No, it's definitely going to get better. Look at the recruits that are coming into this conference. Like I said, the coaching is excellent, and so it's going to improve. I would differ with you. I think it's a 5 or 6 bid team. And as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen in the preseason, how our teams performed, and how I've seen other conferences and teams perform. So, I'm definitely, I'm a believer that we should get a lot more than just 2 or 3 teams in postseason play.
Donnie, could you address the transfer of center from TCU that was announced this week at El Hot?
He's a, we're excited to have him in our program. We didn't know we'd have an opportunity to have him, and but now that he's here, I think he gives us versatility. We lose Taco and we lose Chad next year. I think it continues to help shore up our front line with the way that we want to play. He's a versatile big guy. He can step outside and shoot the ball from behind the arc, but he also can score around the low post. Similar probably a little bit to Colin. Similar to Colin. And so I think that versatility that he brings, and he can defend multiple positions as well. So I'm excited about who he can be for us, and we're happy to have him as part of our program.
BJ said there's a sense of urgency on his part, obviously his last year, and Taco's last year, that they really want to get to the tournament this year. Do you feel that in them?
No, absolutely. Every practice, every game, I already know what they're going to bring to the table. They're going to max out with their effort, and that's what they've been their careers here for us, and they realize it's coming to an end, and they want to do something special. And, it's our job as a staff to give them every chance to do that by preparing them properly and having them ready to go every night.
Were you impressed with the home crowd for a noon game, especially down the stretch, right?
I really was. And I thought it got better as the game went on too. I thought it was good to start the game, and I just kept seeing it growing and growing toward the end. It was a great crowd for us, and that's what we have to have. I said this when I first took the job almost 3 years ago. We're not going to be able to do it by ourselves. I'm not going to be able to do it just as a coach. Our players aren't either. If we don't have our whole community and our student body rallying around what we're doing, then it's going to make it very difficult. I've been doing this all my life. It takes everyone, sacrificing, everyone contributing to that success. And that means being in the stands, giving us all the energy that you can give us. And if you do that, we'll make you proud, because the one thing we're going to do is we're going to work and we're going to compete. And so we'll always make you proud with that every time we step on the floor.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
For coming out, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right.